possible for them to do things to you that would be unthinkable because they don't even regard you as human. Psychopaths don't see, they have the inability to connect with other people, to care about other people, to empathize and feel for other people. And I think that our president, and this is based on trained psychologists who have said to me, we identify it. This is, he's a psychopath. This is who he is.
And he actually thinks what he does is right.
Well,
I think he thinks that it's okay.
He doesn't care, I think.
Yeah, he don't care.
Because remember,
he don't even think.
He's unable to feel for other people. So when you talk about wiping out programs, health and food programs in schools, of course he does. If you talk about, again, making sure that, so it's food programs, it's health care programs, you know, it's just whatever he can do. And he's appealing to a base of people who have said to them, this is what they want him to do.
Right.
And he's going about fulfilling every wicked promise he made. You know, he really is. So, you know, hurting children of immigrants. Who targets children? What kind of person?
A wicked, evil devil. Yeah.
But, you know, so that's what I think about the president is he is an unwell man. He is unfit for office. He is clearly unfit for public office. Not just because he doesn't care about people, but because he also is a person who just, you know, he just does not represent our country well.
And in your estimation, because, and I have to give big kudos to it's Corker from Tennessee. He is calling the president out. He's saying some of the same things that you're saying. He's unfit. Why is it that all of these people swore to uphold the Constitution? None of them are doing it. What is this party over, you know, it's like party over people. It's like all of them are going with that attitude that you just professed. It's that psychopaths. They just think that minority or people of color just don't exist, or they just don't care about them. What is it about that body that can't call it like it is? He is unfit. I mean, Stevie Wonder can see that he is unfit. My grandchildren who look at the news with me have said that without my prompting. What is it that they are not seeing that we are?
Well, they see everything we see, but they're trying to preserve power. Remember, all of this is about power.
Yes, it is.
Each of these elections is who has the power. And even if you recognize that a person who's under your tent is unfit, the question for you is, will you cede your power? Is it enough for you to cede the power not only that he has, but that you have as a part of that legislative body? So that's the question. I think the Republican Party is protecting Trump not because they agree with him. I think privately most people in that party are people who can say, you know, this guy is unfit. I don't even think that they all share his views. I'm still willing to give the benefit of the doubt and say that some of those people don't share his views. But the question is, who has the power? Are you going to give back that power? And the answer has unfortunately been no. Because what's the alternative? If they condemn him, then they cede power. They give back power. They empower Democrats. And this whole subject of who has the power, that's what this is really about. Is
and that's why we failing, yeah.
Is if they condemn him, they give back their power too.
But if they let him go on, we're not going to have a country to defend.
That's true, and that's what we have to begin to. The question is not about Trump; it's about our country.
Yes.
Who are we as a country, and what is acceptable to all of us as Americans?
Right.
We get to decide that. Who represents us as Americans? And I think that when we start seeing ourselves more as Americans and less as Republicans and Democrats, and we are, it's like President Obama said. It's not blue states, red states. It's the United States of America. That has to become the chief issue for us. But, you know, it's been difficult because, again, these people have to give up some power. If they throw this man under the bus, they know that the power goes back to a Democrat. And many of them, you know, and some of them have honestly held disagreements with the Democratic Party. Some of them, for religious reasons, do not agree with decisions that were made. So some of them have some of them don't agree with economic policies. So some of them have, I have to just see it this way, some are like Trump and are bigoted. But there are some who have honestly held disagreement with the Democratic Party. They think we've gone too far. And some of the things that we have done, they don't agree with everything that we have done. So, you know, but it's a kind of difficult dance, and he is a complete disaster. And I don't think anybody knows how to handle Trump, not even the people in his party.
So how are you preparing yourself to win this 2019 Prince County
Well, here.
Yeah.
So, you know what? So the first thing that if you ask me that and I give you the honest answer is I have thought about this for so long, and I have tried to prepare myself with prayer. That's the first thing that I do, is to make sure that I'm a healthy person. An unhealthy person can't lead anything.
Right.
So I have tried in every way that I could to make sure that I'm a healthy person. I am a very prayerful person. And I keep just asking God, you know what, let me see whatever it is I'm supposed to see. Make me wise in every room I go in so I can understand what I'm hearing from people. When I connect to a person and talk to them, I ask God, help me to know what it is I'm supposed to get from that exchange.
Right.
And so I've been asking God for wisdom and strength to act on the things that He's showing me. Because sometimes some of what is shown is difficult, right?
Yeah.
Some of it's difficult. To
Yes,
see.
indeed.
And then I try to keep myself, I exercise. I just try to keep everything in perspective. But that's that, and just work hard. You know what, and I hope my daughter sees this, and I talked to her about it because she had a conversation with me this week and said, you know what, I really don't like your job so much. She suggested to me a number of times, she said, you should probably go be a substitute teacher. She said she thought that would be a wonderful profession. Come to school, see more of me.
Yeah.
And she said, it's hard. Because I work late, I work long, she can see the stress, but I had to tell her, well, you know what, Alex, nothing comes to you easily.
Yeah.
So the lesson that you can see from me is anything in your life that is worthwhile is going to require a lot of effort.
Yes.
And I told her no matter what it was, if she decided to be a doctor and heal people and perform surgeries, some of those surgeries are going to happen overnight. You're going to have to be willing to put in some effort.
Right.
You might have to stay up all night to heal someone. And for me, and in the work that I'm doing, it's serious like that for me. So it means that maybe I have to give up some evenings, maybe I have to make some sacrifices. But that's what, if you're blessed, then you have the chance to do something you love.
Right.
And make some sacrifices. So how do I prepare myself? That's it. I pray, I work hard as I can. I give it everything I have. I really do. I think about it. I plan it out. I try to recruit good people. John Erzin is here with me today.
Yes, he's been wonderful. We've been communicating back and forth over the phone.
And he is amazing. Now, he left his wife tonight and his 2 small children to join me, and he makes sacrifices in the whole team. They all make the same sacrifices because they love this county. We are in agreement about it.
Are you taking that same team to the county executive office when you go?
Oh, absolutely. If they can't go, I can't go. And you know what? And I try to surround myself with people who are not just smart and have a good work ethic, but have a good heart.
Yes.
Yes.
Nelson Mandela said you need a strong mind and a
Good heart. Yeah.
Right. One doesn't work without the other. So I try to surround myself with people whose values are similar to mine.
Yes.
It's not just smart, because smart is not enough.
Right.
Smart people are a dime a dozen. That's what my father told me.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a dime a dozen, but it takes something much more than that. A person with some courage, a person with some guts, a person who believes in something.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's the people
Oh
that you
my
want
God.
to take. And I have been blessed to find this. And you're right, every one of the folks who've been working, John Erzin included, yeah, of course. You know what a wonderful, wonderful team I've been blessed with.
Okay, now I saw you on YouTube endorsing Brian Frosch for state's attorney. Can you tell us a little bit about him?
Brian Frosch, let me tell you, I knew that he was a good person, and I believed in the same, we had a lot of the same ideology. But I have been even pleasantly surprised since he's been elected Attorney General. He has done marvelous things. The way that I came to know him is we worked on 3 pieces of legislation for domestic violence together. That's why I ended up endorsing him.
Right.
Out of all the people in that legislature, and sometimes you align with people